Hey everybody, it's me again, and in today's Playing Doctor episode with guitars, I have my friend, American Professional 2 Stratocaster here that I recently installed YJM Fury pickups in, and they sound fantastic. But there's a lingering problem with this guitars and others like it. I can't stand the feel of these stamped sheet metal saddles, and today I am going to take these here cast American Standard style saddles, which have the, we can show this, these have the off-center screw holes, which means that this bridge plate with the dead center along the string path screws isn't going to work. So to that end, I did some research, and I believe that this here American Standard bridge plate should hopefully drop in place of this bridge plate and allow me to install those saddles and make this thing comfortable as I like it for trying to do some performance type of playing. Let's see how it goes. So here's checkpoint one. The bridge is off the guitar, and as you can see, this American Professional has a pop-in arm. So the arm's out, you can see the nylon and the push-in socket, and for the record, there's the tension bar slot and the adjusters for that. And here's the new bridge plate. So it appears that things do line up and we can proceed. So I'll now remove the block with these 3 screws and put the new one on. All right, gang, we're batting 1,000. As you can see, the new bridge plate is in. No issues with the arm dropping in, and now we have off-center through holes for the saddle screws in the back, which will allow me to use the cast saddles instead of the stamped sheet metal ones. And I'm pretty excited about that. You know, this is, for me, it's a feel thing. Those stamped sheet metal saddles feel, when I'm trying to play the trickier stuff, feels like trying to run on broken glass. It's a feel thing. That's how it works for me. It works different for other players. Full respect, but that's the way we're going. Something to note here, real quick, everybody. These intonation springs for the saddles are actually, they come in 2 lengths. We have 2 short ones and 4 long ones. And anyone who's intonated their Strat knows that the low E string and the G string are the 2 that basically wind up being the furthest pulled back, and therefore will compress the spring the most and will need the shorter springs. So that's the route we're going to go with this. We're going to use the short springs on the low E and the G string. In getting ready to drop these saddles in, I remembered that the adjustment height screws, 2 per saddle, come in different lengths. So what I did to make sure I didn't wind up, once this thing was set up, with excess screws sticking out and bothering my hand and eventually corroding from being exposed and backed out so far, what I did was I backed out every screw to where it was essentially flush with the top of the saddle. And then I laid them all out and arranged them height-wise with the lowest ones on the outside and a basic facsimile of the radius. So now I'm going to put these on with this being the low E on the right and the high E on the left. All right, fantastic. The new saddles are in, and I have the short springs on the low E and the G, and using that technique I described in the prior edit, I have the height adjustment screws just such that the radius is a good facsimile and I shouldn't run into any nightmare sticky uppy screws going into my palm when I get this on the guitar. So I'm going to drop it in. The intonation is currently roughed in based on a photograph I took of the old bridge after it was set up. So here we go. All right, great success. It's dropped in. The intonation is visually roughed in from prior reference, and I've got the screws for height adjustment in just how they should be. I have the springs in the way they were before when the guitar was set up. That's the 3 straight. And I'm going to pop the strings on and adjust the action and double check and re-intonate. And there we have it. Mission successful. We've got setup and intonation. And we're gonna put this thing in the practice room and give it an amp run. So check it out, there they are. They're in, it's set up, it's intonated, it feels great. And I no longer have those 12 screws that feel like Legos sticking into my palm when I'm picking anymore. So fantastic.